sacred code is supernatural and cosmic. It bridges starseed origins, galactic contact, and remembrance. DNA activation, soul memory, psychic development, intuition, timeline shifting, and manifestation, ancient wisdom, modern consciousness, and real-world embodiment. It's where the supernatural becomes natural again. It's not fantasy, not an escape, but as a powerful tool to be used, as a powerful truth to be understood. The reason you are called here is not because you're here to follow. You're here to remember who you are. Your soul carries the code. This space simply helps you unlock them safely, clearly, and powerfully. You're not broken, and you're not late. You're not imagining it. You're remembering. Welcome to the Sacred Code.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. And we're really excited about our guest tonight, aren't we? I'm super excited, and I know you are as well. Today, we're really honored to have Tim and Lauren Maile, the beautiful souls behind Pawtographs, a mission born from love, compassion, and divine purpose. Pawtographs is more than a cause. It's a bridge between healing, hope, and heart-centered service, reminding us that every paw print leaves an eternal mark on the soul. Tim and Lauren embody what it means to turn passion into purpose. Their work weaves together kindness, community, conscious action, and it's deeply aligned with the living heartbeat of the sacred code in the spirit of the Ascension-Con 2026. Please help us welcome these incredible light bringers as they share their story, their mission, and tell us why Pawtographs hold such a sacred place in this collective journey. So, welcome, Tim and Lauren Maile.
Oh, thank you. He just jumped up and he wanted to be a part of everything, and I figured we're talking about Pawtographs, so it's okay. That was Murray's kitty Bo. So
yes, they were buddies.
He's all interested tonight.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, so I told Mary, I'm really proud of myself. I have to tell you, I told Mary, yes, I can do the intro, but I can't promise I won't cry. And I did it. I didn't cry. So I'm proud of myself.
Good job.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you too, but we got some time.
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of hard on me sometimes. Right. Right.
Well, it's a major story.
Yeah.
With the story, Tim, of what Murray brought into your life, tell us a little bit about that and how it's led you to where you are with the passion, bringing Lauren into it and what you're growing into with Pawtographs.
I think Murray's story, we get fixated on him saving me from the suicide attempt, which was obviously a huge thing, a big deal, and I'm so thankful for that. But the thing that Murray did for me most of all was taught me how to love something more than myself. At that point in my life, I don't think I was a very good person. If that makes sense. I was all about me. And when Murray came into my life, things changed. He came into my life at a point where I was very low. I was depressed. I was suicidal. Obviously, people that know the story understand that. And not only did he walk into that bathroom that night and save me from doing something horrible, eventually he taught me how to learn how to love other things, people, and not always put myself first. So I think that's the biggest thing that he ever did for me. And if I'm being honest, it's been 19 years of trying to figure out a way to repay him for that. The best thing we got now is Pawtographs for Pooches, and I think we're doing okay. But you always feel like there's more you can do.
That's just amazing. Don't. Yeah. What do you have to say, Deb?
Well,
without crying.
Yeah, I'm not going to cry. I think that it's a really good step and beautiful for all of us that Pawtographs is coming and being a part of the Ascension-Con this year. I see it as a kind of a step up in vibration, and to have Murray joining us, yeah, it gets great.
I'll be honest with you. We were really flattered and honored to be asked. Really excited about the opportunity to get to see everybody in Michigan again. When we got the animated video of Murray flying into the UFO, I cried like a baby. I really did. I cried like a baby when I saw that, because he's a part of everything. He's a part of the advertising, and AI was able to bring him back to life. And that was a very cool moment for me. I'm tearing up already, just thinking about it. But it was really amazing.
I thought that was cool.
You can't make up AI, but yeah, I got a kick out of all those videos. But it was one of my favorites. It was a little bit more special.
Right. Well, I think it's very appropriate that you're going to be there and that Murray is going to be there. So, thank you guys for,
Well,
I know Mary had the idea.
The vibration. Yeah, well, really, it's all about getting back to why we're really doing this, right? As spiritual healers, and with Tim and Lauren, being dedicated to giving back and trying to help the communities they go into. In the honor of Murray's legacy, they're the perfect fit, because it's the vibration of giving back and vibration of love, where everybody gets to have abundance, not just a single group, but everybody connected and coming together. And are you going to bring your cat?
No, he's about to get banished from this show. He usually just chills out and he doesn't bother us during interviews or the podcast. But today he wants to be a part.
I'm glad.
He wants to be on it.
I just became a cat owner myself, or a woman who is owned by cats.
I saw that.
I've had dogs forever and ever, and cats off and on, but I'm super allergic, but had feral cats that had to be rescued. And my heart, so I still have them. Lots of money later.
I just have a bird.
There you go.
It costs money. I just have Hobby. He's a bird. He just screams at me when I walk in the door.
Right.
Then I quarantine him and cover him up, put him on to be quiet. That's about it.
Yeah, you can't do that with a cat or a dog.
No.
They're the boss. For sure.
So, Lauren, what draw you the most to Murray's story? Do you have any of your own experiences that made you really relate and connect to the story?
Yeah, I resonated with Tim's story because I also was having issues with suicide and depression basically my whole life. But the big one started when I was 7. So I've been on medication and, therapies, counseling. So I think we just really clicked very quickly over that because we could just understand each other's brains, really.
And to kind of follow up on that, Lauren doesn't give herself a lot of credit, but for those that were really close to me, and Deb, I think you were one of them. We were leading up to the Michigan Paracon, and I was getting ready to announce that I was going to stop doing Pawtographs. And I think 2 months into dating Lauren, she looked at me and said, if there was somebody that would take some of the stress off of you and help you continue your dream for Murray, would you keep doing it? So she volunteered, and I think, yeah, you'd have to ask her, but I think someday she probably has a little bit of regret. But yeah, she's been an integral part of all of this moving forward. And I think the biggest thing is just getting to know everyone, and not being the person that everybody looks at and goes, hey, who's the new person? Now she seems like she's supposed to be here and has been here all along. At least I hope she feels that way.
Yeah. Well, we see you that way. And Lauren, I personally want to say thank you for saving Pawtographs. I was well aware that Tim he'd had it. He was ready to step down and no longer do this. And I was super worried because I also know Tim's bond with Murray, and he would have felt like he was letting Murray down. And had you not been there as a part of his life and him going through that, we might not have Tim. So thank you for, stepping in and stepping up and helping to get this going, keep it going.
Is your goal to make everyone cry? Thank you.
Sorry. But it's so important, it really is. Right, Mary?
Well, it's obvious that Murray's the one that sent Lauren to Tim. Everything happens for a reason, everything. And just like that, it's meant to be.
Yeah, the boy likes to give me messages. Some days it's more than others. There was a time last week where I think Lauren was really struggling with what's my purpose in all of this. And then the next thing you know, we had like 3 or 4 people reach out and say, hey, I need a vendor table for this event. And it's just there's these little coincidences. My car obviously is totaled out, and we're getting a new one. But the final payoff balance on the car was 10,025. So there's just little things where it's like I've said it before during podcasts, during lectures. Above everything else, I know that Murray will never let me fail, will never let us fail, because he's always got a hand in everything. And I know, Deb, you're a big person on numbers and numerology, so I'm guessing that one resonates with you. But it's just the special little coincidences like that, and just knowing that you got a pretty important pup in your corner, and he's still pulling the strings.
Someone's got to run the show, right? So Murray is doing it, and pulled Lauren in and said, kick him in the butt. Tell him, no, he can't stop. We're doing this. So how many counties, how many shelters to date have you been involved with? I know some of you have done more than once.
I think individual shelters, we've worked with, off the top of my head, I can remember 5 in Michigan that we've worked with. 3 in your area, Deb, 2 over by Ann Arbor /Dundee areas. And then there's been 2 or 3 in Wisconsin, a couple in Illinois,
Minnesota,
New York, Florida. We did an event in Florida years and years ago. So yeah, it's we've been all over, and it sounds so corny, but I just feel incredibly blessed to be able to still tell Murray's story and have people be interested in it, and get behind us in this and help us raise money for the animals. We're getting closer and closer to surpassing $150,000. And I'm hoping that happens in April. And we are going to cry a lot that weekend if that's what happens. So,
it is going to happen in April, right?
Yeah.
We'll say it that way. Wonder. So it seems like there was also one in the UP.
Just have to keep on sharing it.
Yeah, you're right. When we worked with Michigan Paracon, Chippewa Falls, I believe. Does that sound right? That's not right. I can't remember the specific name, but yes, I worked with the shelter in Sault Ste. Marie through Tim and Brad. So that's another one. So it'd be 6.
So that's 6 in Michigan, and again, most of them you've done more than one.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's probably some that I'm just not remembering at the time because I was a young pup when this all started, and I'm not so young anymore, Deb.
Still younger than me, by far. So, do you want to tell a little bit more about Murray? I'm a humongous Murray fan, and could listen to Murray.
Yeah, I could talk about Murray. I bought my old house in 2006. I don't know if I've done a show since. Maybe I have. It's been over a year, so I must have. But don't live in that house anymore. Sometimes I miss it because of all those memories. But really love it where we are now. But found Murray in 2006, just after I'd bought that home. Really going through it personally. But I had always wanted a dog, and I knew that's what I wanted to do first and foremost. Found him online, and he was beaten by his previous owner and rescued by the shelter. They went into the home and basically took him. I had to beg to let me see him because what I was told is he didn't like it. And that couldn't have been further from the truth. But got a chance to meet him, and you've met Murray, Deb, and a lot of times Murray didn't do it right the first time. And when I met him and I got down on a knee and I called him, he walked the other way. And when they turned him around and pointed at me, this little 6-month-old dog that wasn't supposed to want anything to do with me broke into a full sprint and jumped into my arms. And I knew in that moment that I had found my boy. I had no idea of knowing just how important he would be to me, my life, and quite honestly, the lives of probably hundreds, maybe thousands of people throughout the Midwest. He's been gone now for, just over 6 years. And it doesn't seem that long when I think about it, because it's like I can close my eyes and he's there. But I had 13 fantastic years with him. My best friend. I don't think I called him a dog more than a handful of times in his life. He was always my boy, my son. And when I started getting more opportunities within the paranormal field and going to conventions, that was my chance to repay him and thank him for what he had done for me. And I was able to, create a legacy for him so that people won't forget who he was and what he did for everyone, and most importantly, me. And here we are in 2026, and we're maintaining and probably even increasing that legacy here together. So just really proud of what we've been able to do. And And first and foremost, I just hope that he's looking down and the heck, what am I saying? He's probably at the table with us right now. And he knows we're doing our best and that he's proud of what we've done, because that's the ultimate for me.
Well, we know he's proud.
And now I'm crying. So thank you. If you guys can ask Lauren a couple questions now, let me recuperate.
Oh my. So Lauren, we're gonna ignore Tim for a moment so he can blow his nose and all that stuff. What were your first thoughts when you heard about the Ascension-Con and your guys' invite to be there? I just want to know.
Well, I think I was a little surprised and like honored. I mean, Tim's probably used to getting more invites than I am, right? Like I'm newer to this, so that was exciting. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I like that the venue is a little different and it's, like a historical place, and that'll be fun.
Good. I think it's going to be fun. Mary's doing a fantastic job. I was blessed to be able to be there and see the park. She took me there.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful and it feels sacred. You can almost feel the ancient something from the grounds there. I think you guys are going to love it. I really do.
Me personally, I'm really impressed with the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep announcing all these wonderful people. And I was talking to Dustin Perry last week, and I was joking with him because now he's got to see me 3 times this year. And probably going to get sick of me. But it's a great lineup. I think it's a lot like Pawtographs, where we all have one goal in mind. And I think it's going to be good for everyone that's there. And that's the part I'm most excited about. I'm just excited to get there and just feel the love and hang out with my friends and, of course, talk about Murray a little bit and, raise some money in the process if we're able to.
And what shelter is it? Yeah.
It'll be the Berry County Animal Shelter.
Okay.
It'll be for Berry County. Yep.
Okay. We just found out live on the show, Deb.
Yeah. Berry County. That's awesome. It's like Murray and Barry can hang out.
Well, I used to call myself Mooey when I was like 3, when I would try to say my name. So that's kind of close.
Mooey?
Mooey. And I used to try to sneak cows in my parents' car. I was a little kid. I loved animals.
Yeah.
It's a long, long story. But I had a dog, Queenie, when I was 3 that I rescued. We were at my aunt's farm and I found this little puppy that had gotten caught up all the barbed wire. And I refused to leave until my dad found a way to unhook the puppy. And then I wouldn't leave until I could take the puppy home with me.
Oh.
I was still cute. I could get my way then. But
so how long did you have this puppy? This dog?
Well, she passed 18 years. It was after I graduated that she passed. But yeah, she was a good dog. She was my favorite. She always liked my mom more because my mom fed her, but she was still my favorite. It's all right. It is amazing. It's amazing the emotional impact that animals have for people. Like for you guys, like with Deb too, because I have hobby, but I don't have, dogs and cats at the moment. What do you think it is that animals have that they're able to sense so easily what people need emotionally?
You want this one?
I don't know.
I think, speaking from personal experience, I think from the beginning, Murray knew that I needed him. So there was that special connection. And then to this day, having Ray, who I got 2 months after Murray passed away, basically being led to her by him. And now seeing her at 6 years old, and I'll be honest with you, there are some times when she has the same mannerisms as him. There's sometimes I just look at her and she'll be staring and I'll be like, I know you're in there. Like, I know you're a part of this. And there was a time when Lauren looked at me and she's like, I wish I just had an animal that loved me. And it's like, Ray took the challenge, and now Ray is a mama's girl, and it's pathetic sometimes. So it's yeah, she's attached at the hip with Lauren. So I'm second fiddle.
Yeah, now that I also like work from home, yeah, she's attached.
Love that. I love that.
Well, you have the insider treat.
Right. Yeah. I was at a store day before yesterday, and there was a sign hanging there. It's one of these old country stores, and it says, and it's a dog sign. There's a dog on it, and it says, "Did you just spell TREAT?" With the dog like smiling. So I'm telling the story last night, and you guys know who Blaze is. Blaze is my grand dog. As I spelled it, he looks up at me and comes right over. And gives me the, I want a treat. They're so smart. But I just want to touch on what you were asking, Mary, about how do they know? And I think a lot of it is that unconditional love that they have. They really do. I don't know how or why. And like Tim said, Murray always knew Tim needed him. And we think we rescue them, but really they're rescuing us. And they love us. They don't judge us, and somehow can tap into the emotions. Maybe it's a supernatural thing, right?
It could be. Obviously, they're more spiritually evolved than us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the big question is, are we dog people, cat people, and between, or can you not pick because that would be a crime?
I am 100% a dog person. I kid all the time that Bo is here because Murray needed a friend, and I got Bo for Murray. That's why I always say that he's Murray's kitty. And when Ray gets rough with him, I always tell Ray, I'm like, your big brother's not gonna like that, because Murray absolutely adored Bo. They were best buddies, and but yeah, I've always been a dog guy. I don't actively hate cats. I mean, it's not that, but if you're going to give me a choice, one or the other, yeah, I'm a dog guy.
I'm a cat person. I mean, I like the dogs too.
Can Aunt Deb say Bo needs a friend?
That's what I got for Christmas, Deb.
It is?
Well, I mean, we don't have it yet, but I got a little ticket that says it's good for one kitten.
So we're going to be doing that soon.
Congrats.
So we'll be sharing pictures of the new kitten here soon, and hoping that Bo doesn't want to eat it for lunch.
Yeah.
I know, I was shocked. I was like, all those shelters we've been to, and I wanted to take one home, and now you're okay with it?
Good job. Yeah, you almost got one in Michigan.
I did. And I almost got one in Minnesota, too.
She wore me down.
That's the way to do it. It doesn't work on Denny, but he's allergic, so I have to give in.
So am I. My kids are allergic too, but one of them has 2 dogs and is, they're also allergic to dogs. And they're also the ones that they're like, oh, Mom, you cannot leave those cats outside. These ferals that were coming around, you got to do something. Bring them in, bring them in. So even though we're all allergic, we
Still love them.
Yeah. I get a runny nose a lot. My eyes are swollen and red a lot. It's no big deal.
It's all right. It's worth the cause, right? It's worth it.
Yeah.
So how many are you guys planning on expanding out to like any more different states? Trying to expand the legacy?
I don't know that we have anything in a new state this year.
No.
This year is we'll be in Illinois with Rob and Terry at Ashmore Estates in April. We have our event in Houghton Lake in April. Then we get a break and we go to Gettysburg. It'll be our second time in Pennsylvania, so that's still new to us. And then August is Ascension-Con, and we are meeting with somebody tomorrow to talk about another event, but this one will be in the cheese state.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're always open to expanding if the opportunity arises. We were kind of hoping that the Gettysburg event would lead to some more opportunities, just getting to meet people out east. And I think it has. I mean, we're going to be investigating Cabin on 360 during that time. So developing a really good relationship with those folks and just, it's all about networking and getting to know people. Because a lot of events will bring in people that they're comfortable with, that they know. And that takes the time to build that trust and that relationship. So we just got to be patient. And I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that at all.
I think most people who know you really well know that.
Me neither.
And I'm okay with that. Like, hey, I would rather my friends be like, yes, that is one of your flaws. I'm also aware. I just can't do anything to change it.
Right. Well, luckily, Lauren seems to have some patience.
Oh, she's a saint sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes. Like the way So I just want to say, I've been blessed to be involved in quite a few. I don't even know how many photographs I've been involved in now. But I do want people to know that it's a lot of work. You dedicate blood, sweat, tears, and your whole heart. Both of you do. And all of the proceeds go to the animals. You pick a shelter or rescue, and you're not doing this for self-gain. And I just want that to be public knowledge, because not everybody knows that. And that's humongous, that you would go through all that you go through. And I know it's for Murray, for his legacy, but you're helping literally thousands of animals. And bless you both for that. Seriously.
Thank you. There's I think I've spent a lot of money to raise all that money for the shelters, but I've done it and not once felt bad that I was spending my own money to make money. Just because it is all for Murray. That's always been the focus, and if it ever becomes not the focus, then it's probably time to find a different way. But for me, it's meeting the people at the shelters, being able to tell them why we do this so they understand who Murray is, and why it's so special to me. And then hopefully it's special to them too. And then, to kind of piggyback off of that, last year when we went and visited Roscommon County Animal Shelter, they didn't know much about us going in. And I think they really got excited about the event once they understood why. And that transformation was just very special to me. So thank you for setting that up and letting us go visit them and facilitating that relationship. It was a special year, and hopefully this year is even better.
Yeah. They're near and dear to my heart. Of course, they are a no-kill shelter. And they've helped so many abused and abandoned and lost animals. So thank you for helping them. We did, we did talk ahead of time. They kind of knew what Pawtographs was about, but I never feel like I can't tell Tim and Murray's story. You know what I mean? They really need to hear that from you guys instead of from me. So when Nadine from the shelter came to the event and got to hear you guys, she was incredibly moved. It was a great event. It really was. And I appreciate you guys helping the shelters. There's so many of them and so many animals in need. It's like, how can anybody not want to help?
Well, some people aren't dog people.
Well,
So
even if you're not a dog person, but they also help cats.
yes.
And many shelters, I know our shelter, the rescue, if you call and say there's a horse that has been hit or, whatever, they're on it. They're going to help other animals as well.
Tongue in cheek, I make the joke about cats. The week that Murray passed away, we had an event in Wisconsin that Saturday. So 6 days after Murray passed, I had to get up at Pawtographs and speak about him. That was difficult, but I managed to get through it with a little sense of humor. Because that particular weekend we were raising money for a cat rescue. And I made the joke that if Murray knew that we were raising all this money for cats and it wasn't for dogs, but it was a special weekend and honestly healing for me, just being able to do that. And I think I needed to jump right in. There was never any discussion of canceling it because I don't cancel on Murray. So we pushed through and we made it happen. That was an event where we had Scott Tepperman, myself, medium from Wisconsin, Tammy Krasick, and then there was Tim Woolworth. So it was just the four of us. It was a small event, but we raised like $3,000 that week. So yeah, that's what continues to, I guess maybe impress me isn't the right phrase. It doesn't surprise me anymore, but it's the fact that we can get us a small group of people together. Like last year at Roscommon County, or at Houghton Lake for Roscommon County Animal Shelter, we had like 100 people there, and together we raised $7,000. And it's, that's after costs and hotel rooms and all that stuff. So the fact that a group of people got together and made that happen, I don't ever want to lose sight of that either, because it is all for Murray, and we do a lot of work leading up to it. And so does Deb. Deb helps us an awful lot. But none of this happens without the people that come to those events and support it. If that ever goes away, then Pawtographs goes away. So it really is dependent on the folks that come to the event and give with their heart. And I just want people that are listening to this or watching this right now to understand that I realize that. And I'm very, very grateful, thankful for all the support, especially in Michigan. I've said it so many times. Michigan wrapped its arms around me, it wouldn't let Pawtographs fail. There's a reason that Michigan is the place that we come to for our biggest Pawtographs event. There's a reason that anytime an event from Michigan says, "Hey, Tim, can you come and speak here?" It's an immediate yes. Because whether you guys want to admit it or not, you're my people. And any chance I get to hang out with all of you, I just, I'm not going to pass on that.
Nice to hear. Thank you. As Michigan girls, we appreciate that, right, Mary?
Mm-hmm. I think these types of events are important, not just because of the message, but really it is kind of like a family reunion when everybody gets to get together and hang out. Even if it's 100 people or 2 million people, just having your people in your circle and being able to be close to them, even though it's maybe for just a couple of days. That's why a lot of people enjoy these events, because they get to come back home. So
I don't want to speak for Lauren,
the fact,
but the first year that she helped me when we were in Ann Arbor, I think it was overwhelming because she didn't know anybody. And then we went into Houghton Lake the next year, and it was a family reunion because now you know everybody. Now you understand who people are, and there are familiar faces, and you don't feel, is alone the right term? So I think you were more comfortable last year.
And I used the term, I did use the term family reunion like multiple times.
mm-hmm.
So yes, that is definitely the vibe, and it's cozy. Like it just feels nice.
Yeah. So going into year 3 for her, she's going to be even more comfortable. And honestly, that's probably going to be unbearable, but
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to it now.
Microphone, pajamas, a couple songs. Maybe a cocktail.
I got it on good authority that if we surpass $150,000, Lauren is going to sing karaoke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, it just was announced now, so you can't go back on it.
Well, Tim did it last year, so this
You
is
did.
your year. All right.
sure.
Look at that.
Can I take
High
you
five.
out?
Oh.
Come on, Lauren. It's too late. We got our word on air, so you're stuck now. We've done this to
I
Tim.
have time, I guess, to pay for some singing lessons.
No, we'll all, have a drink or two.
By that time, we won't even remember.
Right.
Yeah, if you guys want to
We'll
get
just be
technical,
having a
I
good
sang
time.
2 songs last year.
You did.
I did.
And one I was not prepared for. Thank you. You just really, I can't even hardly think about it. Never mind. Okay, talk about something
It was
else.
everybody wanted it to be funny and stuff, but I thought if I'm going to have to get up in front of these people and sing, I am going to sing the song that I used to sing to Murray all the time. And I got up there and did it, and somehow I made it through it. I can't go back and watch it because I still think I'm awful at singing, but I got through it.
Was really good. For the record.
But that's a one-time only performance. I won't be doing that in public again.
Good.
This year is Lauren.
I think if we surpass 150,000, you're back up there.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
With that song.
Who's going to take one for the team?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if we
volunteer
surpass
somebody
$150,000, I think that song should play, and I think everybody should come up and sing it. I think that would be
There
the
you
most. That would be the best way to celebrate that. Everybody that Murray has touched their lives. I think if everybody was up there singing that, and just a giant hug, and all of us just belting out that song and making sure he understands that we're all thinking about him. And now I'm crying again. So, yay.
Yeah. Okay, it's a deal. The whole group. And we'll all be crying.
Yep.
Nobody's going to be able to sing. So we're going to have to play the song so we can all just blow our nose and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm okay with that, honestly. So, I know we're getting, a little
No.
bit short on time, but I wanted to bring up the fact that I really truly feel in my heart of hearts that, and have for quite a long time, animals and our connection with animals and how we are learning to work together. And now there's laws to protect them, and all of that is truly part of the ascension. And they are helping us to ascend. I think that is the coolest thing. I really do. When Mary said, they're above us, I truly believe that and have said that for years. Hubby will say, well, maybe they'll come back as a person next time. Oh, no. We're below them. I really believe that. And I just kind of wondered what you guys felt on that.
I think I agree with you, Deb, that we are below them, and that if we were to come back, we wouldn't choose to be a human.
I think, and I'll just speak to dogs because otherwise I'll get sarcastic about cats. I think dogs as a species are unique and special in a way that they love you more than themselves from day one. They're very loyal, and they put themselves second and you're first. And it keeps coming back to Murray, but that was him. And it was him at a higher vibration than most dogs. It was the bond that we had was obviously unspoken because he can't talk. But although now that he's passed, he's got a lot to say. But in the moment when he was here physically, I could just look at him and I knew what he needed. And it's like he always knew what I needed and wanted. I didn't ever have to. It's weird because I can't remember a time when I had to yell at him. I just can't. It was always really peaceful. And I think that's the way I wanted him to live, where I knew how he began life, and I just felt like he deserved to know love and to know peace. And I know I'm getting off track here, but I can't help it. It's what I do.
It's all good. That was beautiful. I love that. Totally love it. And I
So do you think
absolutely agree.
animals come here with soul missions like humans do?
I do. Because, Murray's story is 100% just like proof of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Soul
wish
contract.
I wish that both of us hadn't had to gone through what we did to get to the point where we were at, where we realized how much we needed each other. But I don't think if either one of us didn't have our past, that it would have been as special.
Right.
So I'm sad that he had to go through what he had to go through. But if soul contracts, and I'll be honest with you, I've never really given it much thought. If soul contracts are a thing and he was meant to be mine, then whoever's making those decisions, I am eternally grateful, and I could never have picked a better soul to have a contract with.
Agreed. So when you say you never had to yell at Murray and you always just knew what he needed and he always knew what you needed, do you think maybe, and I see this a lot with myself anyways, You two communicated telepathically without even really realizing what you were doing.
I could definitely say that. Yeah, it was a look, and he had it's hard to describe, but he was a very sarcastic dog. Like, I would get looks from him where he would just give me that look like, come on, like, really? And it was our thing. But ultimately, he was mine, and he's going to act like me. So now when he comes and he talks to me, he cusses like a sailor sometimes, because that's what he grew up around. And it just feels normal, I think. But yeah, there were so many times, and just knowing, the finality when he was gone, and he and I had so many conversations, just sitting on our couch and just discussing life and what that meant when he wasn't there, because his mortality really got to me as he got older. And I dreaded that day so much. And I made a deal with my dad, who passed when I was really young. I said, I need you to take care of Murray, and I need you to let me know. And Murray was well aware of that, because I talked about it all the time. I was like, when it's your time to go, you got to let me know that Grandpa has you, because otherwise I'm coming to find you. And that sounds exactly how I mean it to sound. I don't think I could have lived with myself if I didn't know he was okay. And the day he passed, that night, I went to bed and eyes swollen. And I woke up the next morning and I had 5 messages from 5 excellent mediums. And one of them is staring at me on the screen right now. And whether or not you guys knew it, you all started your message with the same sentence. Murray says it's very important that his dad knows that Grandpa has him. And that,
now you're gonna make me cry.
that had a great deal to do with healing, and another reason I'm still here, because he held up his end of the bargain, and he let me know he was okay. And as long as I know he's with my dad, yeah, we're good. He sent other people. He sent April Roan a vision of him fishing with Grandpa, or he's just laying in the bottom of the boat and Grandpa's fishing. So that kind of stuff is really special, and just having that opportunity to interact with him, I guess. It's an inner struggle, and I'm sure Lauren will agree. There are times when I've looked at her and I'd be like, I think people are getting sick of this. And they just want me to move by it, but I can't. I wouldn't be doing him a justice if I just moved past it and stopped talking about, how incredible he was for me and what he did for my life and what he did for me personally and just being here to this day. So, just incredibly, incredibly grateful that that little pit lab puppy walked into my life.
Me too.
And now you get the answer.
I don't even remember what the question was.
That was so long ago.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
The first time I did a public appearance and spoke, we handed out questionnaires because we wanted people's opinions. And one of them sticks out to this day. This person filled it out and said it was very informative and a very good presentation, but the speaker was long-winded. And I have taken that with me. Man, that was probably 12, 13 years ago. So, yeah. So it's been a problem for me, long-winded, impatient. That's just who I am.
Long-winded, I think, is a good thing, because as long as your heart is talking, let it talk.
Yeah, you're not talking
Serious.
nonsense.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
This is important. And you're talking not only for you and for Murray and for Lauren and for the kids, but you're talking for so many of us and so many of the animals. Keep talking. Be long-winded. It's all good. That's what we need. People need to understand.
I don't think people are getting tired of the story.
No. And, we have not brought up the fact, Lauren did in the beginning, and I think the rest of us kind of went over it. You've also helped many people who have battled depression. And it seems like as animal lovers, most of us do. I don't know why. But it's, that's a growing problem. Depression, suicidal thoughts, suicide is huge. And you've helped many, many, many people. So this is even bigger than all of us.
I think that's one of the things when I first started telling Murray's story, my story, that I didn't, maybe I was naive, but I didn't expect that. And it just kind of happened. Honestly, I'd be really interested in Lauren's point of view on that, because I think you've had people come to the table and share their story with us.
Mm-hmm.
And like, from your perspective, how did that change your thoughts on everything that we do?
Well, I think, like, I've always known that your purpose is bigger, but I'm on the outside. I'm not you. So I've always seen it as, I met you, right? And then I immediately was like, we're very similar. Our brains are very similar. That's how I connected with you originally. And then we, go into Murray. So I always knew that the story was bigger than what I think you did. And now that people have come up to us and said that, they connect on that level, not only with animals, but then with, mental health issues. And, you've had people come up to you and even just say, like, men don't speak about it, but, you're speaking about it, or people don't talk about medication. And we've talked about that too. So I think it's just like, Murray's just that gateway to bigger conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And it's there's some pressure involved for me personally when somebody comes up and wants to share their story, because I want to listen and I want to help them the best that I can, and I want to offer advice. And so far we've been able to do that. I've been able to do that, and have made some great friends, with that, just taking the time to listen. And I've talked to Lauren about this. I probably even talked to Deb about this at some point. The only part that scares me about this whole thing is the first time that I talk to somebody that I can't help. And how is that going to affect my brain? And it sounds selfish, but the first time that I can't help somebody that reaches out and I feel like I failed, I don't know how I'm going to react to that. But in the meantime, we're going to do everything we can to help anybody that comes to us and wants to talk and wants to open up. I think at some point during our presentations, we always say, we've shared our stories with you. If you want to come back to the table and talk to us, you can share your story with us. We'll listen. And we've had so many instances where that has happened. People want to tell us about their cat, their dog that saved their life. My most memorable one was at Dundee. It was my first or second time there at Old Mill Parafest. And I had got done speaking, and I remember getting back to my table, and there was a line, and that had never happened to me before. And as the line dwindled, there was a lady probably in her 60s. And if I remember correctly, she had like 3 grown children with her. And she wanted to tell me about her daughter who had passed away, and she had her cat, and the cat had just passed away. And she didn't know how she was going to continue. And I got up from the table and I walked around and I gave her the biggest hug. And the family was so nice to me and so kind. And I wish I remembered their names, but you meet so many people. Like if I met them again, I would probably recognize them. But off the top of my head, I can't remember their names. But that one really touched me. And I think that's when I maybe understood that there's another part of this that I didn't expect. And maybe it was me being naive. But yeah, that's a big part that I wasn't ready for.
Well, I think do you have anything final to say? We're almost out of time. We're at our 1 hour. That flew by.
Well, first and foremost, plan to see us at Ascension-Con in August. Please do that. And before that, get together with us in Michigan again at Houghton Lake for Pawtographs Parafest 7. Both the ladies that are hosting this show are going to be speakers at the event. It's Mary's first time, so come on out and see Mary.
I know, I'm excited.
Well, first time being on the poster. You helped us out last year, so it's technically not your first time, but
well, yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've been a part of the event for many, many years, so happy to have you on the panel this year and being an actual part of it. So that's exciting for me. But yeah, come on out and see us twice this year in Michigan, and yeah, thank you for having us on. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you both for being on and sharing your hearts with us and with everybody. We love you.
Have a good night, you guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Thank you, guys.
Love you.